Greetings and love. Wanted to share some interesting reflections that I've had today. In this time, especially around this election, there's been strong polarities and left and right and division. And, all the mystics and all the teachers have always told us that we're one people, you know. And we feel that there's strong opposition coming up for people when they take a certain stance on what they feel is happening. And, we have to be tolerant of each other because we must say what we see and what we know. That's our duty. That's our truth. So, as this pernicious force is present in humanity right now, instead of figuring out, who it is or who's most to blame, we have to realize what God says, that Jah is the indweller, and that within each of us is God. So no matter what choices that our ego is making, we're still walking around as a temple of light because God is within us all. So we must understand that no matter who we're dealing with or what belief they have, you're still dealing with God, the indweller, in that being. So we have to practice discernment, obviously choose good company, choose good thoughts, stay strong, stay healthy, stand for truth, and then realize that those who oppose you, it's an illusion, because truly within us all is God. So we kind of have to be aware of the illusion while not forgetting the truth. Understand that in the world of the mind and beliefs, there's going to be arguing and disagreements. But as long as we remember throughout the whole thing, no matter who we're dealing with, we're talking to God because God is within. Then we won't feel so tripped out wondering who this and who that is and who this is and who that is. And we see it as a whole, that we're all humanity and that we're all being tempted by our weaknesses and inspired by God. So each one of us, every moment, is hearing God within, prompting us to do what is right. And then we've got our tendencies and things in the way that we're working out. So no matter how much someone opposes you in thought or belief or political viewpoint or whatever, remember that Jah is the indweller. And then you won't feel so stressed out or worried about anything because you'll know that inside every being is God, that Christ is the thought adjuster. So he's always teaching us higher ways to do what we're doing. And he's there for everyone. Okay, so as much as there's polarity going on, and as much as we've all been hurt, enough people have been hurt by certain people, say, well, they must be wicked then. But remember, God is still within all. And God is the one who decides what position goes to who and when and for how long and everything. He's the one behind this whole orchestration. So one must have discernment, stand in their truth, and still be tolerant that other people are going to come along that have a completely different experience than you. And we can still learn to tolerate each other, communicate without getting deeply into the polarity, but still being aware that there is a destructive force that's tempting humanity, that tempts human beings to do the wrong things, to seek power, greed, lust, envy, all these things. But at the same time, God is still within, and God is in charge. So I just wanted to share that fullness.